Port, Addis Information Quebec, time 14320 Zulu, wind 1608 variable between 120 and 210, visibility 21, temperature 24, dew point 15, QNH 1010 remarks, no pattern work. No light aircraft accepted at this time. File flight plan prior to contacting ATC landing runways 25 right, 25 left and 25 center. Expect ILS approach, departing runway 18. Contact approach on 125.35 when arriving from the north and east and south and west. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec. Flew from Frankfurt Airport, Addis Information Quebec, time 1432 Zulu, wind 1608 variable between 120 and 210, visibility 21, temperature 24, dew point 15, QNH 1010 remarks, no pattern work. No light aircraft accepted at this time. File flight plan prior to contacting ATC landing runways 25 right, 25 left and 25 center. Expect ILS approach, departing runway 18. Contact approach on 125.35 when arriving from the north and east and south and west. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec. Flew from Frankfurt Airport, Addis Information Quebec, time 1432 Zulu, wind 1608 variable between 120 and 210, visibility 21, temperature 24, dew point 15, QNH 1010 remarks, no pattern work. No light aircraft accepted at this time. File flight plan prior to contacting ATC landing runways 25 right, 25 left and 25 center. Expect ILS approach, departing runway 18. Contact approach on 125.35 when arriving from the north and east and south and west. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec. Flew from Frankfurt Airport, Addis Information Quebec, time 1432 Zulu, wind 1608 variable between 120 and 210, visibility 21, temperature 24, dew point 15, QNH 1010 remarks, no pattern work. No light aircraft accepted at this time. File flight plan prior to contacting ATC landing runways 25 right, 25 left and 25 center. Expect ILS approach, departing runway 18. Contact approach on 125.35 when arriving from the north and east and south and west. Advise on initial contact. You have information Quebec. Flew from Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 330, ready for pushback with information Quebec. Flew from Frankfurt ground, United 1 Super, ready to taxi with information Quebec.
United 1 Super, runway 18, taxi via November 7, Lufthansa 330, hold position.
Flew from holding position, Lufthansa 330.
Speedbird 221, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Flew from Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 3144, ready for pushback with information Quebec. Speedbird 221, please expedite.
Taxi to parking, Speedbird 221. Flew from Frankfurt ground, Swift 8736, request taxi to stand V168 at the V100 remote west.
Lufthansa 330, pushback approved, tail to the west.
Pushback approved, tail to the west, Lufthansa 330.
Flew from Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 652, ready for pushback with information Quebec. Flew from Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 457 Super, request taxi to gate A69 at the Terminal 1 Concourse West.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 433 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Quebec.
Swiss 1097, hold position. Lufthansa 652, hold position.
Holding position, Swiss 1097.
Holding position, Lufthansa 652. Lufthansa 433 Heavy, pushback approved.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, November 487 Oscar Echo, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18. Pushback approved, Lufthansa 433 Heavy.
November 487 Oscar Echo, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa Cargo 245, request taxi to stand F216 at the LH Cargo. Stand by, Itero 747. Stand by, Lufthansa Cargo 245.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Soon Express 137 Uniform Zulu, ready for pushback with information Quebec.
Holding position, Swiss 1097.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Hansaline 24 Echo, request taxi to gate A30 at the Terminal 1 concourse arrest.
Swiss 1097, disregard last message.
Itero 747, taxi to Envia November.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, November 487 Oscar Echo.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Emirates 227, ready to taxi to runway 25 left with information Quebec.
Taxiing to Envia November, Itero 747. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Swiss 1097, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Vistar 999 Super, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18.
Sun Express 137 Uniform Zulu, pushback approved. Etihad 2702, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Pushback approved, Soon Express 137 Uniform Zulu.
Oscar Kilo Echo Delta Delta India Echo, frequency change approved, good day.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Vistar 999 Super. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Etihad 2702.
Lufthansa Cargo 245, runway 18, taxi via November, contact tower when ready.
Taxi to parking, Hansaline 24 Echo.
I'm sorry, Lufthansa Cargo 245. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa Cargo 245, request taxi to stand F216 at the LH Cargo. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Indonesia 88 Super, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 25 center. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 433 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec.
Lufthansa 433 Heavy, taxi to runway 25 center, contact tower when ready. Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, hold position.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Air China 432 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Emirates 227, ready to taxi to runway 25 left with information Quebec.
Itero 747, runway 25 center, taxi via Lima, Lima 3, contact tower when ready. Oscar Kilo Echo Delta Delta India Echo, hold position.
Holding position, Oscar Kilo. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 330, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec.
Emirates 227, taxi to runway 25 center, hold short of 7 right 25 left.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Type 31 Super, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18.
Taxiing to runway 25 center, will hold short of 7 right 25 left, Emirates 227.
Etihad 2702, runway 18, taxi via November 8 Oscar, November 8, November, contact tower when ready.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Soon Express 137 Uniform Zulu, ready to taxi with information Quebec.
Taxiing to runway 18 via November 8 Oscar, November 8, November, Etihad 2702. Pushback approved, Indonesia 88 Super.
Thai 31 Super, pushback approved, tail to the east.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Indonesia 88 Super, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec. Flughafen Frankfurt ground, Vistar 999 Super, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec.
Sun Express 137 Uniform Zulu, runway 18, taxi via November 5, November, contact tower when ready.
Flughafen Frankfurt ground.
Lufthansa 330, taxi to runway 18, contact tower when ready. Vistar.
Taxi to runway 18, Lufthansa 330.
Oscar Kilo Echo Delta Delta India Echo. Contact Lufthansa Frankfurt Tower on 118.77.
Taxiing to runway 18 via November 3, November, Vistar 999 Super. Contacting Lufthansa Frankfurt Tower on 118.77, Oscar Kilo Echo Delta Delta India Echo.
Turkish 8 Tango Victor. Contact Lufthansa Frankfurt Tower on 118.77.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Air Canada 940 Victor Alpha. Request taxi to parking.
Contacting Lufthansa Frankfurt Tower on 118.77, Turkish 8 Tango Victor. Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 25 center.
Emirates 227. Contact Lufthansa Frankfurt Tower on 118.77. Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Thank you, Lufthansa 433 Heavy.
3 Alpha Mike Oscar November, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Singapore 500 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, 3 Alpha Mike Oscar November. Singapore 500 Heavy, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Lufthansa 433 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Singapore 500 Heavy.
Lufthansa 652, pushback approved, tail to the north. Lufthansa 433 Heavy, taxi to runway 25 center, contact tower when ready. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Lufthansa 652.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, American 71 Heavy, ready for pushback.
Air Canada 940 Victor Alpha, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta. Itero 747, request frequency change.
Contacting Lufthansa Frankfurt Tower on 118.77, Emirates 45 Super.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, land cargo 224 Heavy, request taxi to stand F214 at the LH cargo.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Lufthansa 918, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18.
Pushback approved, tail to the east, American 71 Heavy. Contacting Lufthansa Frankfurt Tower on 118.77, United 1 Super.
Land cargo 224 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Lufthansa 918, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Taxi to parking, land cargo 224 Heavy.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, speedbird 000 Bravo Romeo, request taxi to stand 212 at the Lufthansa Technic North 200.
Speedbird 000 Bravo Romeo, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, speedbird 000 Bravo Romeo.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Oscar Kilo Echo Delta Delta India Echo, request taxi to gate A34 at the Terminal 1 Concourse West. Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec.
Oscar Kilo Echo Delta Delta India Echo, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Lufthansa 918.
Taxi to parking, Oscar Kilo Echo Delta Delta India Echo.
Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, taxi to runway 25 center, contact tower when ready.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, 3 Alpha Mike Oscar November, ready to taxi with information Quebec.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Turkish 8 Tango Victor, request taxi to gate B22 at the Terminal 1 Concourse B West.
Turkish 8 Tango Victor, taxi to parking, at your discretion. Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Philippines 117 Heavy, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18. 3 Alpha Mike Oscar November, runway 18, taxi via November 5, November, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 18 via November 5, November, 3 Alpha Mike Oscar November.
Pushback approved, tail to the north, Philippines 117 Heavy.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, American 71 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 25 center.
Air Canada 940 Victor Alpha, hold position.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Type 31 Super, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec.
Holding position, Air Canada 940 Victor Alpha.
Type 31 Super, runway 18, taxi via November, contact tower when ready. American 71 Heavy, runway 25 center, taxi via November, November 1, Lima 1, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 25 center, Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta.
Singapore 500 Heavy, runway 18, taxi via November 8, November, contact tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 18 via November 8, November, Singapore 500 Heavy. Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec.
Lufthansa Frankfurt Ground, Lufthansa 918, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec.
Tango Charlie Sierra Mike Delta, runway 18, taxi via November 5, November, contact tower when ready.
Fullerton Frankfurt ground, Romeo Alpha 1720 Romeo, ready for pushback with information Quebec.
Lufthansa 918, runway 18, taxi via November 8, November, contact tower when ready.
Fullerton Frankfurt ground, Calm Air 2424, request taxi to gate A38 at the Terminal 1 Concourse West.
Swiss 1097, contact Fullerton Frankfurt Tower on 118.77.
Contacting Fullerton Frankfurt Tower on 118.77, Swiss 1097.
Romeo Alpha 1720 Romeo, pushback approved, tail to the north.
Thank you, good day, American 71 Heavy. Fullerton Frankfurt ground, Saudia 444 Sierra Victor, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Romeo Alpha 1720 Romeo.
Saudia 444 Sierra Victor, pushback approved. Calm Air 2424, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Pushback approved, Saudia 444 Sierra Victor.
Indonesia 88 Super, contact Fullerton Frankfurt Tower on 118.77.
Fullerton Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 454 Super, request taxi to gate A62 at the Terminal 1 Concourse West.
Lufthansa 454 Super, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Lufthansa 454 Super.
Continue taxi, Air Canada 940 Victor Alpha.
Fullerton Frankfurt ground, Philippines 117 Heavy, ready to taxi to runway 18 with information Quebec. Philippines 117 Heavy, runway 18, taxi via November 7, November 8, November, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 18 via November 7, November 8, November, Philippines 117 Heavy. Lufthansa 454 Super, hold position.
Fullerton Frankfurt ground, United 967 Heavy, request taxi to parking. Holding position, Lufthansa 454 Super.
United 967 Heavy, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, United 967 Heavy. Fullerton Frankfurt ground, Lufthansa 1541, ready for pushback with information Quebec, requesting runway 18.
Lufthansa 1541, pushback approved, tail to the east. Romeo Alpha 1720 Romeo, hold position.
Holding position, Romeo Alpha 17, pushback approved, tail to the east, Lufthansa 1541.
Lufthansa 631 Lima Hotel, taxi to parking, at your discretion.
Taxi to parking, Lufthansa 631 Lima Hotel.
Condor 2454 Heavy, contact Fullerton Frankfurt Tower on 118.77.
Contacting Fullerton Frankfurt Tower on 118.77, Condor 2454 Heavy.
Emirates 227, frequency change approved, good day. Hotel Echo November Kilo India 65, wind 180 at 7, number 3, runway 25 left, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 25 right, with Air 110.
Thank you, good day, Emirates 227.
Fullerton Frankfurt Towers, Lufthansa 921 Zulu, inbound on the ILS runway 25 right.
Sea Express 137 Uniform Zulu, frequency change approved, good day. Swiss 1097, wind 180 at 7, runway 18, cleared for takeoff. Number 3, clear to land, runway 25 left, Hotel Echo November Kilo India. Lufthansa 330, line up and wait runway 1. Line up and wait runway 18, Lufthansa 330. Lufthansa 433 Heavy, request frequency change. Lufthansa 433 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Condor 2454 Heavy, please expedite. Sherman Air 8101 Heavy, exit runway 18 and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Wilco, Sherman Air 8101 Heavy. Cleared for takeoff, runway 18, Lufthansa 330. American 71 Heavy, wind 180 at 7, runway 25 center, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 25 center, American 71 Heavy. Air India 555 India November Heavy, request permission to cross runway 25 center. Fullerton Frankfurt Tower, Lufthansa 925 is 9 nautical miles to the east at 3,600 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 25 right. Air India 555 India November Heavy, hold short of runway 25 center. Lufthansa 925, wind 180 at 7, number 3, runway 25 right, cleared to land. Holding short runway 25 center, Air India 555 India November Heavy. Number 3, cleared to land, runway 25 right, Lufthansa 925. Air India 555 India November Heavy, cross runway 25 center. Crossing runway 25 center, Air India 555 India November Heavy. American 71 Heavy, frequency change approved, good day. Air India 555 India November Heavy, contact Frankfurt Frankfurt ground on 121.8. Contacting Frankfurt Frankfurt ground on 121.8, Air India 555 India November Heavy. Etihad 2702, request frequency change. Hotel Echo November Kilo India 65, exit runway 18 and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Etihad 2702, frequency change approved, good day. Wilco, Hotel Echo November Kilo India 65. Frequency change approved Etihad 2702, good day.
Lufthansa 921 Zulu, minimum fuel, 26 minutes remaining.
Lufthansa 921 Zulu, expect no undue delay. Frankfurt Frankfurt Tower, Lufthansa Cargo 765 Heavy is 8 nautical miles to the east at 1,600 feet, inbound for landing. Wizz Air 110, run able turn left and contact ground, please expedite, traffic on final. Wilco, Wizz Air 110.
Thank you, Lufthansa 921 Zulu.
Lufthansa Cargo 765 Heavy, wind 180 at 7, number 2, runway 25 left, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared to land, runway 25 left, Lufthansa Cargo 765 Heavy. Sherman Air 810, Lufthansa 330, frequency change approved, good day. American 7, frequency change approved Lufthansa 330, good day. Lufthansa 938, wind 180 at 7, number 2, runway 25 right, cleared to land. Thank you, American. Sherman Air 8101 Heavy, contact Frankfurt.
Number 2, cleared to land.
Contacting Frankfurt Frankfurt ground on 121.8, Sherman Air 8101 Heavy.